All right, what's going on, guys? Rachel Stringer here. I just want to take a few minutes to really break down the easiest process of weighing out your food and tracking your macros. I got some chicken here, and I've also got some homemade Brussels sprouts, and I'm also going to take the time to show you how to track food that you didn't make on your own, and also some foods that you can scan by using the barcode label. All right, guys, when weighing out your food, it's going to be really important to just familiarize yourself with the scale that you're using. So here you're going to see me just click through the different settings that I have on my scale. We've got grams, fluid ounces, pounds and ounces, grams, all that good stuff. Right now I'm going to be using the pounds and ounces. So you can see I put my container on there. I'm going to tear my scale, so I'm just going to put it to 0. So the scale, I think there's no weight on it at this point. Now I can easily put my chicken onto my scale. And I'm going to be going for 3 ounces here. So I'm just taking my chicken that I have in my prepped container, putting it onto the scale. Whoops, I went a little bit over. So I'm just going to take a little bit off there. I'm at 2.7 ounces. And that's about what I want. So we're going to put a little bit more on there to get to 3. And it's simply that easy. Next up, I'm going to be wanting to weigh out my Brussels sprouts. And at that point, you can see I teared the scale again. And then I'm going to be changing it to grams because this is what I'm going to be using for my Brussels sprouts. So say that you want 100 grams of something or 200 grams of something or even just 50 grams of whatever you're eating. It's simply so easy to use just by using the tear and change the metric scale. The next important step is, of course, going to be adding that to Myfitnesspal. So all I'm going to do is type in general chicken breast. You got it at Wegmans. At that point, I'm going to click on the serving size. I'm having 3 ounces, so then I just emulate just that, 3 ounces. If you're having more than 3 ounces, type in 6, 12, 18, however much you are having, put that right into Myfitnesspal, and it's truly that easy. So sometimes you're going to be finding yourself without a food scale, in which sense we're going to be using our hand to measure out a food. Today I'm going to be showing you the protein hand scale, so this is going to be about a handful. So for me, I'm a female. 1 serving is 3 ounces, and look at that. 1 hand is 2.9 ounces. Another commonly asked question is, how am I going to put stuff in Myfitnesspal that has a label on it or that I didn't make or something like that, something that's prepackaged is what I'm trying to say here. So all you're going to do is the same thing. So I'm using lunch meat for my example. I'm just going to put it onto my food scale, and then from that point I'm going to take off as much servings as I want. I'm trying to get to 2.0. As you can see, there's a negative there, so I'm just having that. It's subtracting that weight because I zeroed it out before taking the food off. This also works quite nicely with things like peanut butter or yogurt or anything that's kind of like in a container already. All you're going to do is put that container onto your food scale, and then from that point hit 0, and then just use a spoon or your hand or whatever you can use to get your food out of that container. It's going to give you a negative reading, which is just the normal reading as if you were to put it into an empty bowl and then empty your food or your drink onto it from that point. Putting these foods into Myfitnesspal that are prepackaged, such as protein powder or lunch meat or peanut butter or anything like that that has a label that you can scan, you're just going to open Myfitnesspal, follow directions that I just did, pull out the barcode, and then you're just going to scan that food with the camera that opens up on Myfitnesspal. From that point, you can change how many servings you had, if you had 2, if you had 2.5, 2.25, whatever it may be that you had. It goes right on there after following that barcode reader. So really quick and easy, dirty, simple hacks in the kitchen to track your food using just a nice little food scale that I got on Amazon. Super cheap, super effective, as well as using the barcode scanner feature on Myfitnesspal. If you don't ever have your food scale on you, say you're out at a restaurant or you're somewhere where you just don't happen to have it on you, that's when we're really going to use those hand portion size that I demonstrated with the protein there. You can also use that with carbohydrates as well as fats. If you are dining out at a restaurant such as Chick-fil-A or Chipotle or anywhere like that where you can look up the menu online, I highly recommend doing that prior to going out, and that's when you can kind of make it work in your macronutrient budget for the day, so to speak. If you're going somewhere where you can't look up the nutrition facts of the menu, like a local restaurant or somewhere where you just can't seem to find exactly what you're looking for, that's when you're going to use those eyeball portions as well as the eating out hacks that you'll find in the PDF.